Speaking of Jen Psaki, who is the now White House press secretary, I guess she was State Department spokesman before, something like that. Spokesperson, of course. Sorry. My pronouns are, you know what my pronouns are. How about that as an answer? My pronouns are, I don't get to choose because it is a fact of biological reality. You know they've changed that now. I mean, I was even joking around about this in the last few weeks, and sure enough, they have actually, the White House has changed this on forms now, so you can put your preferred pronouns. But my pronouns are a fact of biological reality, so I don't have to tell you what they are. You know what they are. And yet we have Jen Psaki. Jen Psaki now is the White House press secretary, and you no doubt have picked up on the fact that the Biden administration is very devout. They're very devout adherents of the mask religion, right? Now, the mask religion is rooted in some basic physiological and scientific fact. Of course, a covering will prevent some degree of spittle and, aerosolized exhalation moisture from spreading out more into the room. What does this do for the actual transmission of a virus that is so much smaller than the actual mesh in the mask? And the moment that you're not wearing the mask doesn't even really matter. Anyway, those are the questions that if we were actually talking about science, people could ask. You can't ask those questions anymore. No, you can't ask those questions. But the masking religion is very, very powerful. It's all about repeating the mantra and shaming anybody who does not adhere to it, even though there are some points where you'd have to say there's no reason to believe that this is a serious, that this is based in serious scientific fact. For example, around the issue of, masking up between bite in a restaurant, right? How is that going to help anybody? Well, it doesn't. But that's part of the mask religion, and you're not allowed to question. There is, in a very real way here, a moment in which we saw a Jen Psaki asked a question. It's actually more than a moment. It's a little bit long. I wanted you to hear this, though, because on Inauguration night, Biden had signed a federal order saying that you have to mask on all federal property. That's now the new standard. You got to mask because that's really going to bring down the virus. I mean, it's all for show. But anyway, I remember when I was at the White House in May, everybody was wearing masks. Okay, I was at the White House in May. Everybody was wearing masks. Anyway, Jen Psaki was asked, though, because the Biden family, and he's got some granddaughters, and look, they look like nice young ladies, and the whole thing is fine. I unlike libs, I'm not a psycho, so I don't unnecessarily and without any provocation or rationale, trash third parties, family members, kids. We don't do that. We're going to see now with Biden in power. One thing we will do is prove that we're not the same kind of lunatic savages that the Democrat media are, who just go after anybody. They went after Barron Trump. They went after Melania. They go after everybody. I mean, Barron was like 10 years old when Trump started his time in office, but Biden's grandkids are there and they're taking photos, and guess what? They're all together, they're all hugging, and they don't have masks on. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that this was like a crime against humanity. Well, turns out Jen Psaki's got a different version. Play 14.
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural...
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day in our country, and certainly he signed the mask mandate because it's a way to send a message to the American public about the importance of wearing masks, how it can save tens of thousands of lives. We take a number of COVID precautions, as you know here, in terms of testing, social distancing, mask wearing ourselves, as we do every single day, but I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
But as Joe Biden often talks about, it is not just important the example of power, but the power of our example. Was that a good example for people who are watching who might not pay attention normally?
Well, Steve, I think the power of his example is also the message he sends by signing 25 executive orders, including almost half of them related to COVID. The requirements that we're all under every single day here to ensure we're sending that message to the public. Yesterday was a historic moment in our history. He was inaugurated as President of the United States. He was surrounded by his family. We take a number of precautions, but I think we have bigger issues to worry about at this moment in time.
It was a historic moment. Excuse me. It was a historic. No, hold on. The virus is like totally not like so dangerous when it's a historic moment. Jen is like so upset about this. Like, why does she? I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Historic moment. Your new White House press secretary, everybody. There you go. Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.